In today's video, we'll be talking about From the New World by Alan Parsons, released on July 16th, 2021 through Frontiers Music SRL. This is his sixth solo album, but not to be confused with the many albums he recorded under the name The Alan Parsons Project. So I went into this album not really knowing what to expect. I didn't listen to the singles for this one. And to my surprise, it was very much like a classic Alan Parsons Project album. This was a group that I got into not long ago. I think it was maybe 10 years ago, and it was a time I was watching a lot of conspiracy videos on YouTube. Those videos about like the Illuminati and New World Order. And I'm watching one video, and the song for Eye in the Sky comes on, and it just kind of like blew me away. It like really like worked with the context of the video, and ever since then I have been a fan of the Alan Parsons Project. I haven't really listened to any of his post-project albums, but I did recently do an anniversary review of iRobot. I'll link to that at the end of the video if you want to check that out. So like I was saying, the album did have a classic feel. It's 11 songs, 45 minutes, and as always, he has lots of guests, and I will be mentioning those as I talk about the songs. So the opening track's pretty cool. It's called Fare Thee Well. Feels like it came off right off as one of his 70s album. It has a very big production value and spacey sound. This song is for fans of his classic albums or even like classic Pink Floyd. It has very different, very progressive psychedelic sound, very mellow and relaxing. You hear many different instruments in the background, such as acoustic guitars and pianos. He adds in a cool saxophone solo in the song, and it also picks up with like a cool rock beat. And that happens towards the end of the song. Then after that is a song called The Secret. It's a cool classic rock style song. Kind of has a slight like Beatles flavor, maybe from their later psychedelic years. It's a catchy song with a memorable chorus. Has a nice sound quality. The bass guitars is really crisp sound, and the vocals are great. He uses different styles throughout the song. Still retains a classic rock style. I really like the clean guitar tone, and the solo on this sounds very good. The next song is going to be kind of difficult for me to pronounce. It's called Boris, and this one features Tommy Shaw. Now, we know him from the band Styx and some other bands, and I had to actually look up the meaning of the title Boris, and it means like an ancient circular shape greeted with like, or it's actually a shape surrounded by a serpent or something like that. Now, the lyrics are very intelligent. He uses like many words to relate like to mathematics. He uses like fractals and Escher stairs. That's actually referring to an artist, MC Escher. He made these like impossible staircase drawings. Really good. And the song is like classic Alan Parsons. It's melodic and catchy rock, but also very well orchestrated. Tommy's guitar playing sounds very good on this as well. Then there's Don't Fade Now. This song is a good change of pace. It has a country western sound with like this finger-picked acoustic guitars, a softer country style singing. It still has that Alan Parsons sound. They add in some more like instrumentation as the song progresses. The song is very mellow and laid back. I like how he uses these layered vocals. You know, gives it more like a dense sound, and the guitar solo is played with light distortion and it does work very well. The next song is called Give 'Em My Love, and this one has a very unique combination of guests. It has James Durbin and Joe Bonamassa. So James Durbin is a metal singer. He was an American Idol contestant, and Joe Bonamassa is a very well-known blues rock drummer. I'm sorry, he's a blues rock guitarist. And the song is a very mellow piano-driven ballad. James's vocals are more subdued, but you can hear his like metal edge. It does come out at times. So in the end, it does sound like a classic 80s style power ballad. And, you know, similar to those like old 80s hair metal ballads. And especially like, it has that like, electric guitar solo that's very reminiscent of those older times. The next song is very laid back. It's called Obstacles. It also has another slight Beatles sound with the very cool vocals. It's very relaxing and laid back. It's a piano-driven ballad. Has some like slight country theme to guitar fills in the background. Another song with intelligent lyrics, and they mention scientists and equations. This is just intellectual rock music. They added some acoustic guitars in the middle of the song. That kind of changes it up a little bit. Still a very mellow song. I Won't Be Led Astray. This one features David Pack, Joe Bonamassa, and Mike Larson. So David Pack is a vocalist from the 70s rock band Ambrosia, and Mike Larson, who I believe is a recording engineer. I wasn't really familiar with him. The song is also very laid back and relaxing. It's like soft pop rock with a very 70s rock feel. The vocals sound very good. The guitar solo is very good and has a classic rock feel. You Are the Light. So at this point in the album, they start to pick up the pace a little bit. The song is more of like straightforward, mid-paced classic rock. It has a sound similar to 70s Alan Parsons Project albums. It's a catchy song with great rhythms. The vocals sound very good. I thought the guitar tone sounded very crisp. They have a nice use of orchestration in the song. It has Halos. It's a cool rock song. The intro has this cool like Eye of the Tiger style gallop. And the sound makes the song seem like it has been like recorded during those like iRobot sessions. It has cool futuristic sounding guitars and keyboard fills. This is another melodic classic rock song. They added some cool keyboards and some synths, and it sounds very futuristic and spacey. The song kind of takes you on like this like space ride. The sound is very dense and complex and has many different layered tracks and sound textures. After that, we have Going Home. This is kind of like the last song, but not really the last. I'll explain that in a minute. So it's just a very soft and relaxing, very thought-provoking and emotional feel. He's reminiscing about the past. The song has a lot of orchestrated sound textures and an overall laid-back feel. They added some soft acoustic guitar playing at one point, and it's a song that makes it kind of feels like the final song, as it has that very climactic feel to it. But there is one more song, which is kind of a cover song and kind of a strange choice. But it's Be My Baby, a song by the Ronettes. This was a hit back in 1963. Back then when they had those like girl groups, those like doo-wop groups, I guess you call them. It's like an R&B pop song. It's something everyone knows. Very faithful to the original. And they have a female singer. Seems like an odd choice to end the album with this, but I am sure Alan Parsons did have his reasons for this. So, in conclusion, it's a good album. It has a sound very reminiscent of the earlier Alan Parsons Project albums. There's a lot of variety here. Some of the songs are more complex and progressive rock, and others are more of his laid-back pop rock style. The album is consistent. The sound quality is very good. He uses lots of layers of sound to give the album a very dense feel. If you like his 70s and 80s albums, you won't be disappointed with this. So my score is an 8 out of 10. Let me know in the comments what you think. And if you want to check out the other Alan Parsons video I was talking about, check out the video I did for iRobot, which just celebrated its 45th anniversary. That will be right next to me. Please remember, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.